As the Senate prepares to debate a resolution on Libya, Gaddafi's government says it's been talking to the rebels about a peace deal, a claim the opposition denies. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel is in Cairo, Egypt. The latest on everything going on in the Middle East, from Libya to the renewed upheaval in Egypt and Syria. So, Richard, let's start with Libya. There's been two reports out there. We've heard from the Gaddafi side about some sort of peace deal, but we also heard from the rebellion side that said, hey, Gaddafi, if he can stay in the country if he leaves power. What's the truth going on in the middle?
The truth is that there are no real serious negotiations between the two sides. These are mostly reports that have been in the media and then denials by the government or denials by the rebels. The rebels at one stage had said, yes, Gaddafi could stay in the country if he leaves power. Then the government said today that Gaddafi has no intention of ever leaving power. So the reality is that there's no concrete dialogue here. It is still a conflict, and it is still a deadlock.
Now, you're in Cairo, and I do want to go there. There's more protests due to a court ruling, and there's some speculation that the elections could get postponed beyond September. What can you tell us about all of it?
There's just still a lot of political chaos here, and many Egyptians are worried that there just has not been enough time to organize the elections, to get the political parties ready. I spoke with members of the opposition, those young people you saw in Tahrir Square, and they fear that all the energy and the revolution that they believe is still going on in this country is being hijacked by two groups, by the military and by the Muslim Brotherhood. And they are worried that if elections were to take place right now, those two groups, the military and members of the former regime and the Muslim Brotherhood, would be the biggest benefactors. So what we're hearing now, and there was a Reuters report to that effect this morning, is that the military is considering delaying the elections, which are supposed to take place at the end of the year, although no definitive decision has yet to take place on that.
And very quickly, if the elections are delayed, that's thought to be helpful to the more secular political activists, correct?
It's hard to know. The secular political activists certainly think it could be helpful to them. It's really a debate about the Constitution and the order in which the Constitution is written. As it stands right now, there are supposed to be elections, and then after the elections, the people who get elected are going to form committees and write the Constitution. And secular activists worry that if the elections take place too soon, that the people that will be elected are groups like the Muslim Brotherhood, and they will write a more religious constitution. Instead, they'd like to see the Constitution written first by committees of experts, and then to have the elections take place at a later date. So it's really about the mood right now. If the current climate favors Islamic candidates who will write a more Islamic constitution.
All right, Richard Engel in Cairo for us, our chief foreign correspondent. Richard, thanks very much, sir.